Howdy, hey, y'all. Aloha, Daniel Aaron here. Thanks for tuning in. I had an amazing conversation yesterday with a client, potential client, and we uncovered something really important. And so I'm recording this for you, however, and you, who may not be he, may find this extremely useful. Okay, so let me set it up. Context for you. It's like this. We had some great conversation and helped you, to realize possibilities, potential, dreams. Like, yeah, what really would be awesome? What would you really love? And here's the thing. What happens for so many of us is we say, yeah, what would I love to create? What would I love? And then fears, old failures, worries, self-sabotage, conditioning, all gets in the way, and we say, yeah, it'd be nice to do okay. It'd be nice to feel all right. When the real truth is what we dream of, what's possible for us is phenomenal and glorious. Anyway, so we worked through some of those obstacles and blocks and helped him to actually create some really meaningful and beautiful dreams. Awesome, right? And they were there already. We just uncovered them. Then, as we spoke more about how to actualize them, create them, right? Some fears came up. And I use the metaphor, the analogy, which I love, so true, is that when we create a vision or a mission or our potential and then forget about it, put it away, put it in a drawer, have it on a file, it actually makes things worse, not better. Why? Because just dreaming, just creating the vision, or even just visualizing, it's not enough, right? I'm sorry, The Secret. I'm sorry, Mike Dooley. I love all of y'all. And there's another part. There's an important part, right? So the way we work, right? And to you specifically, if we work together more deeply, what that will mean is creating your supreme self manifesto, supreme self, you at your highest, your truest, right? The one, the being that creates all those things, right? Manifesto, a written document of who you really are at your best, free of those old limitations, fears, and worries, doubts. Again, though, not enough just to create a manifesto. Daily basis activation and cultivation. Another way of saying it is self-creation on the daily. Why? What does it mean? Well, one part, of course, is fairly obvious, and we'll get to the deeper part here. One part is we're conditioning, right? We're conditioning ourselves. We're training ourselves. We're teaching ourselves. This is who I am. This is me, free of those things. This is me at my highest potential. That's powerful. What else, though? We need to encounter, confront, notice the ways that we are not that, right? Not with a whip ourselves on the back attitude, not in a, oh no, I'm no good attitude. No, as a way of saying, oh, how cool, how wonderful that now I am seeing ways that I'm not that. And I'll tell you, for me, I mean, this happens regularly, like most every day, right? I declare who I am, and then immediately part of me goes to either, oh, look, there's an example of how I am that, or, oh, shoot, yesterday, last week, something happened and I wasn't being that. Great, because now I can hold innocence, like nothing wrong with me, nothing bad, just playing out some old program, right? So I don't have any blame or self-criticism about the way I wasn't that. However, I notice it, which then calls me to become it. So then I say, okay, great. Because life will give me another opportunity. If I wasn't being that in this example yesterday, I'll give you an example, right? So one of my declarations is I am infinite service, loving, purely, generously, without thought of gain, nor manipulation toward what's in it for me. Right? A few days ago, I was at a gathering, and at that gathering, talking to many people, there came a point where I was like, I don't know, what am I here for? What am I getting out of this? And I kind of got tired, right? No big deal, right? These kind of things happen. Nothing huge there. And right, the next day when I declared who I am, that declaration, infinite service, loving purely, generously, without thought of gain or manipulation, or what's in it for me? I reflected on, oh, right, there was a moment yesterday in that gathering where I was looking at what's in it for me. Again, that's not bad. In fact, that's really normal. However, and this is who I'm creating myself to be. So I said, oh, good. So now, as I move into another situation of a similar ilk, a gathering, right now I can take that declaration and place myself in it and say, okay, how can I be infinite service? I'm seeing myself as infinite service. So, last little bit. Is that hard? Is that easy? What do you think? Quotation for you. One of my absolute favorites from Nietzsche. The strength of a person's character, the strength of a person's spirit would then be measured by how much truth he could tolerate, or more precisely, to what extent he needs to have it diluted, disguised, sweetened, muted, falsified. What does that mean for us? I know that sounds like, whoa, sounds heavy duty, but it's not really that big a deal. What it is saying, though, is if you really want to create what you would love in your life, if you want to become that truest version of yourself, what I call the supreme self, right? It means having a strong spirit that's able to look at, how am I not that, right? What's the truth? Oh yeah, me. I was being self-interested in that yesterday. I was being selfish about it. Okay, not beating myself up. Again, holding myself with innocence around it. But I can see that truth. And now having seen it, I can see the incongruency and I can create a different way of being. Right? That happens regularly. The self-creation on a daily basis leads us, conditions us. It also allows us to see where we haven't been that, which automatically helps us to become that. So I hope, y'all, that this has been helpful, interesting, and if you would like some support, some conversation about that, awesome. I would love it too. Send me a direct message and we will